You know anything about Star Wars Episode 8?
Oh my god. It's actually pretty funny.
Wow, that was the first question. Oh my gosh. Well, it's good. We get it out of the way. I know things, and I don't know things. And I know that I can't talk about the things that I do know, and I probably can't talk about the things I don't know either.
Well, if it wasn't going on YouTube, then you could say whatever you want.
I know, right? But I can see this camera right here, and Disney's watching. I know you're watching, Disney.
They're like tapped into it, yeah. Those darn NDAs.
Yeah, man.
Hi, big Game of Thrones fans. You guys are amazing. Love the Sand Snakes. My question, I have two questions. The first one is really quick. Do you know when you start filming for the next season?
Yeah, I'm not really sure I'm allowed to talk about it. And I think that you can just read into that. It's pretty fucking obvious what I mean. But
and the other one is, what do you expect for your character when the big battle is coming? Like, what do you really want, and who do you want to meet? Like,
I think that there should be a showdown between Nymeria and Sir Pounce. Because, you know, I've been curious who would win. Probably Sir Pounce.
Yeah, I'd have to give it to him. He's pretty adorable.
I'm not going to lie.
awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
So my question, having been on the set for The Force Awakens, if there were one prop or item you were able to smuggle out to keep, what would it have been?
It would have been my helmet. Like, oh my gosh, I wish that I was allowed to keep that. But no, they were literally going through people's bags every time you entered and exited the studios. Like, I've not been on anything with such high security, except Game of Thrones. I'm on two of the most secure projects in the world, pretty much. I would have kept that. Could have kept my, my plane. That would have been good.
Yeah, the X-Wing. Why not?
That would have been pretty good. Put it in the garden. It's a nice statue. Yeah, that's about it, really.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the wardrobe, like the helmet, is amazing. Maybe you've been to it. I was in New York for the Star Wars
exhibition
for like all the costumes.
Yeah. I have. Is it there now?
It's there now.
Oh my god,
it's
because I'm
at
living in New York now, so I need to go see this and see my own costume.
There is a huge, if you guys are planning a trip to New York or have been to New York, at the Discovery Museum, there is this phenomenal Star Wars exhibit where it's all about the costuming of Star Wars and all the original costumes and like the thought that went behind making them. And you get to see all of like Padme Amidala's like 9,000 outfits and like all the like intricate detail of like the textiles and like all like there is so much thought put into every single outfit within Star Wars, even something as simple, even as something as simple as a helmet. There is like literally like just
they have a backstory because it has to go into the universe because the universe is so big. Yeah. It's got to be referenced in the book and then they explain it in the comics.
Yes, and they do. And if you guys are fans of like the extended universe with Star Wars, they take the extended universe like in the books into account for like the stuff that you see in the films because they want you to kind of like visualize what you see in the films as like what goes into the extended universe in the books. And anyways, that's a tangent. So if you are going to New York, you should definitely check out that exhibit. It's absolutely phenomenal. But it's funny because I moderate a lot of these panels and people always ask the question of like, did you steal anything on set? And if you could, what would it be? But I think it's like a general consensus that like
people want to take their costumes.
Absolutely, and you're not allowed
because you bond with it.
Yeah,
you know? That is Jessica Pava. Besides that, no, there was nothing else that I had that was like prop wise. So really, the only thing I could have taken was my costume.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi.
Hello, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Okay, so another huge Game of Thrones fan. And so I was wondering if you could give us a little insight into the mindset of your character when it came to the Dornish Revolution, where you guys kind of like kicked out the Martells, where it's like, all right, so Oberyn Martell volunteered for trial by combat, right?
Yeah.
And so he died, obviously. Sorry for spoilers.
Fairly. He died fairly. Wait, he died?
Right?
Oh my
favorite
God.
character, by the way. But my question is, okay, so you guys ended up murdering his brother and his nephew. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God! I thought you were kidding.
Oh yeah, no, never mind.
Oh,
Sorry.
damn.
You don't even know who they are, so it's fine. Okay, so
What was the...
sorry, without
I guess we can
without
go
being,
ahead
with
and
being
say,
as
like-
vague as possible, what was the mentality behind that?
Yeah.
Because
Because it doesn't actually make... Yeah, I get what you're saying. In terms of what's fair, what they do is not particularly fair. Well, the thing is, in season 5, some of the scenes were... Like, there's a lot of stuff which was cut out, which kind of filled out the Dornish storyline so you could understand it more.
See.
Like the scene, you know, the scene where there's a guy and he's in the sand with his bucket and the scorpions. Like that was explained.
Right.
It wasn't really explained in the show because of the way it was edited.
Okay.
But so in season 5, my character was originally shown to be more sympathetic. I didn't want to go after Marcella. I didn't want to do any of that because I was more in line with Oberyn. But
I see.
his line of thinking. But then because it got cut, I guess come season 6, it was more just like we're all banded together in our thirst for revenge. I mean, if you think about it, we're raised by someone who's obsessed with revenge.
Yeah, no,
And it blinds you.
yeah.
Those anger will blind you to logic. So
True.
that was
I
my
apologize to everyone. I'm so sorry.
oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this might be a little, like, a bit spoilery, so you guys just need to
Yeah, if
be
you're about to say
careful.
something really spoilery, just give a heads up so if anyone doesn't want to hear it, they can cover their ears.
You guys know what happens to Ned Stark, right? You guys have gotten that far. Right? Okay.
Hi.
Hi again. Do you know when the first trailer will drop for episode 8?
Oh man.
Wow.
Honestly, like I don't think anyone knows. Probably like not even Daisy and John, or I don't know. As far as I know from everyone I've spoken to, no one knows. It's a
Okay.
mystery. It will probably be a Star Wars celebration, maybe. I don't know. Christmas, early Christmas present. I don't
Yeah.
know. Disney's watching.
Hello.
Hey,
Congratulations on your role for Iron Fist.
thank you.
And have you seen Finn Jones on set?
Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Like, did it feel weird to see him in another show that you're in? Like, now you're in two shows.
The interesting thing about Finn is that we've known each other for 2 years. And even though we're both on Game of Thrones, for anyone who doesn't know, he plays Loras Tyrell. For anyone, I mean, if you've seen it, you'll know that I don't have any scenes with him. So even though we're both on the same show, we've never met on set, but we always meet each other because we have mutual friends in common and we do conventions and things together. So we've kind of traveled the world. And then out of all the people we both got cast, he's the lead male, he's Iron Fist, and I'm playing Colleen Wing, who's the lead female on this Netflix series with Marvel. If any of you guys have seen like Daredevil or Jessica Jones, it's cool.
Nice, yeah.
It's the next show, so they're going to introduce Iron Fist, and then we're going to have Defenders, which is basically Netflix version of the Avengers, where all the guys come together. So that's going to be fucking awesome. But it's really weird to film with him because I'm like, he's doing an American accent. I'm like, I know how you sound, and that's not how you sound. It's so weird.
Yeah.
And he's completely transformed his body. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. I mean, if you've seen Thrones, you know that he's not shy. Like, he gets stuff out all the time. So you've seen his body, but he's completely transformed.
That's
Iron
incredible.
Fist.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Thank
when Iron Fist was mentioned, I saw a couple people in the audience get really excited that you had a role in it. So maybe they didn't know that.
Yeah. Colleen Wing.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Netflix has been absolutely killing it with the Marvel Netflix series. It's so good.
Yeah,
That's
it's cool.
amazing.
I think it's coming out sort of springtime, so hopefully watch it. Hi.
Hi. So about episode 8, do you think Rey's Luke's daughter?
I know who I think Ray is related to, but I'm not going to say because I'm pretty sure that I'm right and I don't want to be sued.
Can't argue that.
Because the thing is, that was the role I originally auditioned for. And so I got really far with that, and I read and I found out a lot about the character. So I'm pretty sure I know. So sorry, guys. Secret stays with me.
Hi. So the Sand Snakes and the Adorn plot gets a lot of flack online for being, well, for what it is, I guess. I don't know, but for the dialogue and things like that. Is there anything you wish the writers had done differently, or anything they could have changed to, do you think, enhance the Dorn plot and the Sand Snake plots?
You know, I've thought through this situation, and I've gone around in circles about what could or could not have happened. I have to say, honestly, like, I've been happy with the experience. The only thing I would have liked is that I think it was, season 5 was a difficult season, not just for our storyline, but for everyone's storyline, and people didn't care. And it's like 3 new characters coming in, and everyone wants to see what's happening with everyone wants to see what's happening with the other characters, but then we're just like inserting ourselves, and no one has any relationship to us unless you're a book reader. And it was like, who are these girls and why are they here? Yeah. And because they had three characters, that's just the Sand Snakes. That's not including our Prince Duran, Arya Hota, like all the other characters. And we had maybe 5 scenes across that season, and to introduce all of us and give us full backstories and objectives, it was really hard, which is why we didn't have scenes individually. It would have been better to introduce us individually, I thought, so that we get to know each Sand Snake and then show us why we're doing what we're doing. Yeah. And I know originally that was how it was scripted. It was scripted similar to how it was in the book, where you meet Abara, and then you meet Nim, and then you meet Tyene. But we just don't have time. Like, it's 10 episodes, 10 hours of television, and it's a multi-narrative show. There's so many threads. There's no time. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. There's more Sand Snakes too, right? There's 8.
I think, but we couldn't fit it in the show. It was like we're barely getting to know the 3. Let alone having
that's such a shame, because that arc in the book is so cool.
I'm interested to see where it goes.
Hi. Hi. So after Game of Thrones, are you going to be the next Star Wars movie?
Well, I survived the first one. But as far as I know, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't know what I can say. I don't have any answer to that, honestly. No. I'm sorry.
All right. Well.
Do you have another question?
Yeah. Is this your first time coming to Miami?
Yeah, it's my first time in Miami. I've been to Tampa Bay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's a
when
really
I
good
say
question.
Miami, you say beach. Miami.
Beach.
Miami. Nice. Yeah. It's my first time, but I literally landed sort of 4 hours ago, so everything I've seen is inside this hall. I want to go to the beach and sunbathe.
We can go right now. We can take a field trip for the rest of this panel, and we can just actually walk over to the beach.
Can we bring the mics over there?
Yeah,
It will work,
she's got
right?
that covered over there.
Are you asleep? Oh my.
She might be. I would be.
Thank you.
Okay. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Okay, spoiler alert, cover your ears.
Get your earmuffs
cover your
ready.
ears.
Your time.
Looking at you.
I've already asked you part of this question at your desk, but I didn't finish. Did you know Jon Snow was going to be alive, and how?
I knew because, sorry guys.
Plug your ears.
Plug
Wait
your
to
ears.
hear the next one.
Yes, I did know because all the cast members talk to each other, and we're not meant to share our scripts, but we all share our scripts. And
Even though there was this big thing about is he, isn't he?
Yeah, we all knew. We were all at dinner in Belfast, and it was like, oh yes, I'm coming back. Oh, okay, cool. It was very casual, and of course, like we saw each other, we passed by on set and things like that. So yes, I did know.
So did you make fun of everybody that said no, he isn't? Yes, he is. No.
Oh, everyone who asked me got the answer. I said, oh, Jon Snow's dead. That is
he said the same thing.
That is a doorknob.
Yeah, I did see a lot of interviews with him.
Dead.
He's like,
dead.
I'm dead. I'm done.
I told everyone that too.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
We weren't lying.
Yes. Well,
I'm excited to see where his character goes.
Do you know who his mother is?
I'm just as much in the dark as you guys are. Of course, we all have our theories, and I prescribe to the R plus L equals J. Everyone's on the same page. But I mean, to be honest, I don't know, because wasn't there an article that came out recently saying that the next book is actually nothing like season 6?
Yeah. I read that as well. There's been a couple articles.
Yeah, so I'm
that.
thinking that the theory that we end up going with on the show is going to be completely different to the books. I don't know. But
is he connected anyway to anybody you know on the show? What's his last name?
Honestly, I can't actually say for certain. Like, I haven't read season 7 scripts yet, so
I guess.
No, I'm not going to guess because I know I think I'm right, so I'm not going to say. I don't want to get in trouble.
Hi, nice.
Hey.
Oh, hey, hi, nice to meet you. So congratulations on everything you've done. I haven't gotten to your character yet.
What season are you on?
2.
Oh wow.
Wow. You're playing a dangerous game here, my friend.
Wow.
I know what I got myself into. You know, you wait for people, but you can't count on people. My sister, that's what I mean.
I see. That got deep real quick. How does that make you feel?
I was waiting for her, but then she started with her boyfriend, and then, I guess when you're having too much fun, you get carried away.
That's cold-blooded.
Bros before hoes. I'm just kidding.
Right, bros? Thanks, man.
Oh, hi, sister.
But my question, you're kind of on top of the world. You've been in Star Wars, Game of Thrones. You're going to be in Iron Fist. I'm super excited for that. What other franchise would you like to join?
You know what I really want to do? I mean, I missed out on Harry Potter because I'm like the one British actor who didn't do it, apparently. But I would love to get in on Fantastic Beasts. If it's good, I hope it's good. The trailer looks so good.
Yeah.
I'd love to get in on the Harry Potter world. What else? What other big franchises? I don't know. Things seem to be coming to an end.
Maybe Natalie Tella could put a good word in for you.
Yeah,
in the Harry Potter world.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Daniel, and just want to let you know I'm a fan of Game of Thrones and Star Wars.
Thank you.
It is nice finally to meet you. I don't know how a question gets popped up in my head, and I'm trying to figure out what the questions may be, or saying questions I don't want to give boring answers. Okay. All right, so I know I saw all the seasons of Game of Thrones, but I got a question. Including the films. What was your
Jon Snow's dead.
When I tell Jon Snow. Unless it's a movie. Okay, my question is not about Game of Thrones. I'm talking about the film. What was your first film, and also what was your dream film that you want to get involved with? Ever since your childhood, do you have something to think about? For example, I have a dream to become like Beauty and the Beast, or being a character like, let's see, for example, Wonder Woman.
You want to be Wonder Woman?
No, I'm talking about you. So, what was a dream film and the first film you were involved with?
Honestly, I know I just said it, but I got to go back to it. Like, I grew up with the Harry Potter films, so that was really big to me. Yeah. And I used to have an obsession about which house I would be sorted into. Probably.
I'm Ravenclaw all the way.
I feel like I'm probably a Ravenclaw, but I want to be a Gryffindor.
Yeah.
So that means. So you know what that means? That means you're in Hufflepuff.
That means, yep.
It means you're in fucking Hufflepuff. Besides that, other films. I don't know. Like, I watch a lot of anime, and so I was kind of obsessed with. Yeah, I was obsessed with anime. I really want to get into voice work.
Oh, absolutely. You would kill it. Absolutely.
I need to talk to the guys here because there are so many great voice actors here, like Steve Bloom. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he's amazing. Oh, we should just make some rounds and go make introductions.
I'm gonna go talk to him
phenomenal.
later.
Hello. Hi. My name is John. I'm an avid Star Wars fan, and I'm probably the only person on the planet who hasn't seen Game of Thrones. Sorry.
Congratulations.
But I know you said you kind of know the story of Rey's background, and you can't say it, so I'm just going to ask a question and judge by your reaction, see if I'm on the right track.
I said I think I know. Well, no one told me
They make
anything.
this movie so
I just
look
have a
like
theory.
it's like Luke's daughter, but I think that's too. If it's that obvious and that's what it is, that's stupid.
No, I agree. I think it's too obvious too.
I have a feeling that she might be conceived by the midichlorians like Anakin, so like a half sister to Anakin.
Oh, what? No.
Therefore, well, think about it.
No,
she's
that's
very
not my
powerful.
theory.
Luke got his ass kicked by a sand person, a wampa, a trash monster. She had no problems.
Yeah, that's true, but that's not my theory. I have my own theory. I'll say it when it's been written.
It's Jar Jar.
But so you can't say, but
No, sorry, you went on. Maybe you're right, but I don't know. Sorry. Thank you though.
Hello.
Hi.
Being a fan of Game of Thrones, not only the books but the show, working with the directors, how do you feel as far as with George keeping some stuff from the show so the fans of the book won't be as upset? Because I know right now a lot of the fans of the book are upset that the show is spoiling a lot, even though I know the book and the show, they say some things will, be in both and some is only the show only. But do you think that George is going to hold back enough to keep the followers of the books?
I think book readers will always return to books. There's something so fulfilling about reading something and experiencing it in your mind and having complete control over the storyline in that way, in terms of how you visualize it. I don't think the book readers will be deterred that much. Yeah, I don't really think so. Also, like you said, it's very different. In the books, I'm on the freaking council. On the show, I've just waged war. Like we couldn't be two more polar opposite avenues. So, yeah, I don't think it will be an issue.
Awesome. Thank you.
In the early stages of The Force Awakens, did you get in the circle with all the actors and do
the read-through?
Yeah, the read-through.
No, the read-through was really close. I don't think they even had all the lead actors there. After I was cast, I got Star Wars and I got Game of Thrones pretty much back to back. And so I booked Star Wars and I was meant to go straight onto Star Wars, and then Harrison got in the injury where he broke his leg and he broke his ankle and whatnot. And so they said, we're not even sure if you're going to film anymore. And so for a while there was a time where I wasn't sure if I was going to be in Star Wars. So I went off to Game of Thrones. I filmed in Belfast, Spain, Croatia, and then finally I had a hiatus. I had a 2-week break from Game of Thrones, and they said, that's perfect because we have 2 weeks where we need you. And it literally, I flew from Game of Thrones. The next day I was in an X-Wing fighter.
That's incredible.
And finished and went back to Dawn. So that was kind of my experience with it.
Thanks.
Hi. What anime did you grow up watching?
The first anime that I became really obsessed with was Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, nice. Solid. Yeah. The best theme song.
The best. Just everything about it. The music direction, the cinematography, the voice acting, the writing. I don't think anything has topped it.
It's phenomenal. Yeah, it's hard. But the music
anime.
for me is what really got me. It's super engrossed in Cowboy Bebop. That
Yeah.
music is. I still have the soundtrack on CD. It's
So
such a
good.
good soundtrack.
Right now, I'm waiting eagerly for Attack on Titan Season 2. Apparently it's never going to happen.
Where
I'm
is
so
that?
disappointed. I've been waiting so long. And so I'm trying to fill my time by watching Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not as good. It's just Attack on Titan, but not as good.
And also, did you grow up watching Star Wars?
Yeah, I did. I wasn't... The first film has always stayed with me. But when I was cast, I rewatched them and I realized, oh my God, I should have been watching this before again, because so much of it I hadn't taken in when I was a child. But that's the beauty of the original films, is that they work for all ages. So my experience watching them as a child was completely different from watching it as an adult.
I didn't have that luxury. I grew up with the prequels, so.
Oh, the prequels. Mm.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It's rough.
Hi again.
Sad times.
Hi again. So I'm a House Tyrell fan, huge fan, and I'm actually so happy for you that you are working with with Finn in Iron Fist. Can you tell us how was the process of you getting cast? Two Game of Thrones actors in the same show. Did it have anything to do with that? How
It was
was your
completely
audition?
unintentional. If anything, they were literally we can't have another Game of Thrones actor. We've just got Finn. Why do we need another one? So it worked against me. But basically, I screen tested for a Marvel film, and so Marvel knew about me, and I got down to the final 4, and then I didn't get it. But they had said we're going to keep you in mind because we really like you. And in the meantime, I heard that Iron Fist was commissioned. So this was before Christmas. This was last year, and I told my agent, if they make an Iron Fist show, Colleen Wing has to be in it. And when I said they're not going to say they're going to release a casting announcement. for actors, and they're not going to say it's Colleen Wing. But this is what she does, this is who she is, and if you see anyone matching this description, please submit me, because I think I'd be perfect for this. And she was like, okay, sure. And then she said, you know, I rang Netflix, and they said they don't even know what you're talking about. And I said, no, 100%, if they make Iron Fist, Colleen Wing's going to be in it, because she's so integral in the comic books. And months passed, and I didn't hear a single thing, and then finally I got an email saying, there's a mysterious project and it's got a code name, which we're still filming under the code name. And the role was called Christine or something. And I said, that's Colleen. That's Colleen. I know it. So I made a tape and I sent it off, and it was a whirlwind. Like in 1 week, I got offered 2 TV series. I got offered Iron Fist, and I was auditioning for Blade Runner 2. And so I was like, fuck, I got to make a decision. But the thing about Iron Fist was I thought, what are the chances that I would have said that to my agent and been so intense about it? And I love the role, and I love what Marvel do with Netflix. So
yeah, it's so good.
So
That's incredible.
And one last question. How is the filming process different on Game of Thrones and Netflix? Like, can you share a little bit of the different things?
Well, in terms of Game of Thrones, because there are so many different characters, when I'm on Game of Thrones, it's literally like, they film for 6 months out of every year. But they'll say to me, look, we need you for 1 week here in Spain, we need you for 2 days in Croatia, and we need you for 3 days in Belfast, or something like that. So it's very scattered. So it gives me time to go home, see my family, etc. But I've been doing Iron Fist since April, and I've not had a single day off. I've been working Monday to Friday every week. I haven't gone home, I haven't seen my family. I'm living in New York now, so it's much more intense. And it's very physical, the role. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow, he's tall.
Hey, hello.
Hello.
So, 2-part question. Have you gotten a chance to try the chairs upstairs on the 2nd floor?
What?
Like the chairs.
Can
Have
you
gotten a
elaborate?
chance
Like,
to
are they
try?
like
what's
trampoline
happening
chairs?
upstairs?
I don't know, because they're very
Do we have better
comfortable.
chairs? Oh.
So how do you feel about the comfortability of your chair?
Right now, this is not the
chair?
best,
Yeah, that.
honestly. It's leaving like a weird imprint on the back of my leg.
Yeah, because it's
Like-
got that line, and it's just...
Oh, I actually quite like this chair.
Because, let me tell you, the chairs upstairs, quality.
Am I upstairs? Is that where I'm signing? I'm not upstairs, so I'm sorry, I can't relate.
She just got here 4 hours ago, so I don't think she's been upstairs yet. But
I'm on the floor with all the other actors, but Annie is telling me no.
If you can get that chair.
Really?
Get it.
All right.
Get one of those chairs?
Get one of those
I'll
chairs.
get on it, thank you.
For your next panel, we'll make sure you have one of the upstairs
On it.
chairs. Good looking out, thank you.
I'm not going to ask a question about your throne. But no, one question is how did you get into this line of work? What did your parents do?
Neither of my parents are in the industry. And I wanted to be an actor from a very young age. Well, I wanted to be a performer. And so I told them, and they were like, that's great. We have no idea how to help you. Like, no idea. What's an agent? No one knew. And it was a time before Google. Oh, the days. So I was kind of stuck on my own trying to figure it out for a long time. And then when I was 17 or 16, I was walking through London Chinatown in England with my mum, and there was a poster on the wall saying, oh, casting call, open casting for a young Asian boy. And my mum was like, did you read this? And I said, yeah. And I said, you know what? I can play the shit out of that role. And so I wrote them an email saying why I thought I should be cast as a young Asian boy. And so they said, you know what, come in and meet us. And I went in for an audition, and yeah, it just went from there. I booked my first job. It was called Spirit Warriors, and it was a children's, like a family TV show in England, and I kind of just kept plugging away after that. Once I was thrust into the industry, it was like trial by fire, completely over my head. I was a kid, and so I was in the right place at the right time, but I had done a lot of hard work to get there.
And were you in the academy or joined the academy after that, like theater work after that or before?
Before that, I was doing a lot of amateur stuff. and I was at a drama sixth form. I don't know what you guys call sixth form here, but it was like sixth form in England is the age of 17 and 18. Just that?
Yes.
I don't know what you guys call that here. Is that being a senior?
Yeah.
Yeah,
senior.
okay. So we have a special school just for seniors, and it's called sixth form. And so I was at a drama sixth form, but really I had not done anything professional until that point.
And one more question. I noticed that different actors, a lot associated with Game of Thrones, gave opinions, I guess, in the last week or so about Brexit. Have you voiced your opinion or been asked any question about that? Or
I haven't publicly voiced my opinions about Brexit. Who said that? You, the guy who hasn't watched the last season of Thrones? I haven't voiced my opinion. I kind of keep my politics away from my public persona, just because there is a bit of I think that a lot of young people write to me, follow me, and look to me for guidance. Like they email me saying like, how do you become an actor? How do you become an Asian actor? How are you a female actor? All these different things. And I kind of think that I shouldn't mix the two. Like, I want them to go look to politicians and learn from them. I don't want them to learn their politics from someone who has got a skewed, biased view. Like, I'm raised by my parents. I have my own prejudices and I have my own belief system, and it's not the same as everyone else's. But I mean, everyone, I have to say this though, everyone in the entertainment industry has the same opinion about Brexit.
Okay.
So if you go and you read any of what they've said, 95% I will agree with what they've said.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi again. You mentioned that you watched anime, and I'm very curious to know, have you seen One Punch Man?
One Punch Man. I've seen the first half of it, and I need to finish it.
It's so
You need
good.
to finish it.
It's
You need
phenomenal.
to finish it to the end.
It took a long time to convince me to watch it because I was like, look at his face.
Yeah, me too.
Like, it's not the art style that I normally go for. I much prefer more detailed, a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
And then I saw One Punch Man, and I was like, he looks like a bowling ball. Like it's just a round ball. That's it. And then like 2 dots for eyes. That's it.
Is there any other anime you watched other than Cowboy Bebop and Attack on Titan, like old anime like Gundam?
Yeah, old anime. I watched like Escaflowne, Trigun.
Escaflowne is good, yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist. Naruto.
Yay!
I don't watch it anymore, but you know, I occasionally check the Wikipedia and see how many filler episodes there have been now. I watched Bleach back in the day. That's cancelled now, right?
wow.
That stopped?
Yeah, I think Bleach has stopped, right?
It stopped, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you mentioned that you like Cowboy Bebop. Are there any particular episodes that like stay stuck in your head, like from the series?
The one with the what grows in the fridge. That one.
That's the same for me too, actually.
Also, mushroom hunting.
Oh yeah,
That was a good one.
Okay.
Anything with Ed. I love Ed.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
The best. She's the
Every episode.
All right, thank you.
She's the best. Is Ed a girl or is Ed a boy? Was it ever clarified?
I always assumed it was a she.
Yeah, but then at the end, wasn't he like, I didn't know you were a girl, and she said something
very ambiguous.
Ambiguous, and you were like,
So
oh,
you're
maybe
right.
she was joking.
It was left very vague, but for some reason I just identify with her as like
I see her as a girl.
like a little wild janky tomboy, you know,
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of.
But I don't
But
know.
maybe not. I could be wrong, but in my heart,
Sexually ambiguous Ed.
Yeah, the best.
Assassin's Creed, woo!
What's the weirdest question you've been asked today?
Or just in general.
Yeah, probably. The chair question. That's probably the weirdest question I've been asked. I was asked once what I ate for breakfast. Oh, what did I eat for breakfast today? Well, I was on a plane, so I ate plane food. Actually, you know what? It was American Airlines. It wasn't that bad. They gave me French toast and a little bowl of fruit and a little egg souffle. It was just
Are you
scrambled eggs.
kidding me?
It was just scrambled eggs. It was a lie.
Wow.
Egg
Lucky.
souffle my ass.
Yeah.